Hey guys, very good morning and welcome to my channel Prodbug 108, and we will continue and we'll try to finish the Playwright framework topic. I hope you have already gone through the first chapter where we covered the important points related to the framework. We have seen few test cases, and now let's continue and see few more test cases which are very specific to, which will be specific to your framework, and it will help you guys how you can design your test cases. Okay, we are going to take each and every combination of different type of test cases, and we'll see how we can accommodate in our frameworks. Okay, so this is the motive of our this particular chapter. So this will complete, and you already know about this, like we have already covered the playwright part 1. Okay, so where we have seen all the web related UI automation. Okay, there are 18 chapters. You can go and check that if you haven't seen that. And if you are comfortable with the playwright and you are just focusing on the framework, then you can skip that particular series and you can directly jump here. Okay, so I am on the chapter 2 of the framework. Okay, so the chapter 1 started with the framework, and now we will see the second part of the framework. Okay, so let me come here. Okay, so what we discussed in the first chapter, we have run this particular login test case. Then I stopped on this one, right? So before that, before showing you what I have written here, let's see some another example which will be much easier, and then we'll come back to that particular login test cases. Okay. So, so in this test case, let's say this is a home page test case. Okay, this is the home page search keyword. Okay, so let's say suppose there is a scenario where we have to search for a given list of keywords in Amazon, suppose, and you have to make sure that your search page is showing the correct result. For example, suppose you are searching for laptops, Dell laptop, let's say, the Dell laptop. So the search page showing different laptops, they should be from Dell only, okay, not from the HP or from Apple or some other company, right? This is my verification. If I'm searching for, let's say, black shoes, so all the shoes should be black. Okay, I should not get any red shoes or any white shoes, something like that. So this is your verification. This is a critical thing to test. So this is what we are going to automate now. So in Playwright, so see, I have already explained you about our data, and let's see which class. Let me close other and open the test data. Okay, so this is TC004. So basically we are going to read test data 004 from here. So you can see that here are the three keywords: Selenium, Playwright, and Cypress. So we want to run our test case on each and every element one by one. Okay, this is our requirement. Okay, so what we are doing here, see, this is our test case name, and this is the second parameter. We are passing the pages and everything. And what we are doing here, test data, which is, I've already explained a lot of time. I will explain once more. This is the import which will import my test data.json. Okay, all our test data present in this particular JSON. Okay, so we are going to read the complete JSON here, and from here we are going to read this particular node TC004. What is there in this TC004? There is a list. You can see square bracket. So this is a array we are fetching. So we have to save somewhere. So we have saved in a keyword array name. Okay. So now we will use a for loop, and one by one of the key will come. The top one, Selenium, Cypress, and Playwright. These will come one by one, and we are going to pass to our this particular method. These are exactly the same thing which we have already discussed a lot of time, like we are creating the object of page object manager, and after that we are like getting the home page object from using the getters of PO manager. Okay, let me show you once again. This is the PO. Okay, I have shown you this several times. So get home page will return the home page. Okay, and here is the initialized version of the home page. So all the elements of home page, which is this one, will be initialized, and everything, your page, everything will be initialized. All the element will be initialized, etc. And what method I am calling? I am calling the search for keyword. I am calling this particular. So we will pass the keyword. It will fill the search keyword inside the text box, and it will click on the submit button. What I'm trying to do here is, see, this is the website we are going to open. We will print here Selenium, and we will press on the search. Okay, so you can see that this website is also changing the results. If you have noted, just see, if I'm writing play, you can see the bottom part, this is changing. Okay, so this is changing basically. So we are not going to do the basically the verification part. You can do as per your website. What I am going to show you guys, like how you can enter keyword one by one, and how you can handle the reporting part. Okay, reporting going to be a bit tricky here in this particular case. I will show you why. Okay, so now, so what I'm doing, so we have opened the base page URL here, then we are printing every key one by one, and we are searching for the keyword, and the verification part I have not done. Okay, so you can add according to your website. So let's try to run and see the result, and especially the reporting part, because everything is there only. Okay, what I want to show you. So observe that we run this particular command. You can see here uh, one worker, right? One worker has been initialized, and you can see here Selenium is coming. Then after that Playwright, and you can see at the end Cypress will come, and the test has been finished. It has been passed. You can see these three has been printed. This is our array which we fetch from the test data.json, right? So now the important thing what I'm telling you is you can see one passed. One worker has been initialized, and all are running in a sequential mode. So first Selenium, then Playwright, and then Cypress. And test is absolutely fine, working fine. So tell me what one thing. Suppose your list is containing 20 or 30 elements. Suppose 30 different search keywords, and all are working but the one. So let's say one of the keyword, the results are coming wrong, and that particular case your verification get failed. So basically what the report will show that all your test cases, the complete test case has been failed, which is not the ideal thing, right? Because it is 99% it is working. Okay, but because of one keyword or two keywords, your whole the effort of 28 or 29 keywords has been wasted, and you have to run the complete scenario again. It will take a lot of time, right? So it should not be. Ideally the report is showing you the wrong results. Okay, so to counter this challenge, we have another fantastic thing in Playwright, which I will show you now. Let me comment this section, and now I will show you the advantage of the for loop. What we are going to do in this particular Playwright case is we are going to write test inside a for loop. Okay, so inside a for loop, we have created a for loop outside the test. Okay, in normal cases, we have seen like test is always on the top, right? So all the tests are independent of each other. So in a class, in a .js class, all are test cases independent to each other, right? But right now, what we are doing, we have created a for loop, and inside the for loop we have added a test. Okay, I will tell you the advantage why we have done that. Okay, before doing that, uh, make sure that on for every run your test case name should be unique. This is like default behavior of any framework, right? So being a Playwright or TestNG or anything, basically two test cases cannot have the same name. It does not make sense as well, right? So but here, if you are running same test case multiple times, so definitely the title going to be the same, right? So if you are running for 20 iterations, so 20 test cases will have the same name. So to change that, what we have done, we have just use this particular thing. Okay, so first of all you have to use the backtick. Okay, backtick is very important. You cannot use here, make sure you cannot use here single quote or double quotes. You can't use. Okay, it is not allowed. Okay, in this case, especially in this case. Okay, whenever you have to pass some queries on the runtime, you have to use the backtick. And what is backtick? You can Google it. It is present on the top left corner of your keyboard. Okay, on the top left key side of the keyboard, you can find this backtick. Okay, so you have to use the backtick. You have to use dollar and the curly braces and I. What is I? This is what our keywords will come here. Okay, so TC004, it will give a return an array of three, and one element will come here. That element will be passed here. Okay, and the same element we are passing in the console as well, and to search the keyword as well. Okay, so same keyword, like first is Selenium, then Playwright, then Cypress. So those will come one by one, and we'll see the difference. One more thing, Playwright will run this particular test cases by default in parallel mode. Okay, we have done the settings in the configuration. I hope you have seen all those things in the previous series on the Playwright, where I have explained each and everything. Okay, all the Playwright configurations, how to play with that. Okay, so please go through them if you want to know in details. Okay. So what we are doing here, so basically they will run in parallel, and so we are going to create three workers because there are three keywords. That's why three workers should run, and they should run in parallel. So the sequence will not be like Selenium, Playwright, Cypress. Sequence can be anything random. Okay, so let's run, not waste too much time, and just run the same test cases again. Okay, I'm going to run the same test case again. So have you observed three test cases using three worker, and you can see all the three browsers has been opened simultaneously, and all are running their own keywords. Okay, so you can see all three has been run parallelly. So Cypress this time came first, then Selenium, then Playwright. So sequence will does not matter. They are running in parallel. Three browser, three worker. You can see here, and now three test cases has been passed. Okay, so three test cases has been passed, and let's see the report as well. So let me run npx playwright show hyphen report. Okay, it will open the report, the whatever the last executed report, it will open, and on localhost 9323 it will be open. Let's see. So you can see there are three test cases. Okay, three has been passed. So now in case suppose Playwright is not giving you the correct results, okay, so only this particular test case will get failed and the rest two will be marked as a pass. So your report will be totally different. Okay, I hope now you can understand the benefit of for loop. Running them in parallel, it will save time as well, but more than that, it will give you a correct response, correct report basically, right? So that's why the for loop is very, very important in this case. So I hope this is clear to you guys. And now again, let's back to the home page and the login page test cases, which is a bigger one. That's why I don't want to take it in the first go. This is exactly the same concept. We are going to read the TC005 node from the test data.json, and after that, this data will contains the whatever the data will be present in that particular node we will see. And this particular login test cases, what we are doing here, we are initializing all the pages. After that, we are reading all the data from the nodes. Basically we are reading the username and password, nothing else. Okay, so after that we are opening the base URL, going to the login page, and in the login we will verify the login. We will do the login. Okay, we will verify it. Okay, login with user password. Okay, so here we are verifying whether the login page has been opened or not. After that we will do the login. Action will happen here. Success message what we are going to verify. Okay, so this is what we are doing here, but with two different logins. Okay, so let's go to here and find this is TC005. Now if you see, I try to make as complex JSON I can be. Okay, so I created an array, and it's an array of JSONs. It's an array of objects. So this will be one object, this will be one object. So two object I'm passing in an array, and every object is containing a new username and their respective password. Okay, so this way you can try to log in with multiple 10 20 username, whatever you want to do, and accordingly you can test your test cases, right? So exactly what we have done here, we are doing the same thing. For loop outside, you can see here, where is the test case? This is the home, this is the login. Okay, we have created a for loop. We are fetching the TC005, array of objects. So first object will come, first object containing the first username password, second object will contain the second username and password, and they will come here. We are modifying the test case name as usual, like we have seen in the previous case. uh, and I would suggest you try to remove this, try to run it. Okay, so you will find a exception like duplicate test case name or something like that exception you will encounter. Try to play, it's always fun to play with the new tools, right, while learning. Then only you can learn in a better way. So let's try to run this particular case, and let's see, they will run in parallel, and two different windows will open and two different logins will happen simultaneously back to back. Let's see, paste, and here is our login page test. So two worker, two test cases. See, they these are the two. So you can see logged in successfully, the green one, and the second one also. It is so fast. It's so difficult to, watch. Let me try to run again. I will try to catch this time. Okay, let me minimize everything. Oh, man. Look like it has been started already. Again, I missed. Okay, so basically, uh, you want me to run third time? Okay, let's try to play a bit. While doing a lot of study, we should have some kind of fun, right? Okay, so this is one, this is second. Okay, so this is login one and this is login two. Okay, so okay, fine. This time we are able to see something at least. Okay, so basically we are using the different logins. Okay, let's try to see the logs, because here only it will be better. Multiple login with practice, and this is the password. Multiple login with test user, this and this. So basically these are the two users which we have used here. So you can practice and test user 108 108 20. Okay, so these are the two is absolutely running fine, no problem in that. Okay, so let me close this one, close this one. Okay, so while reading the JSON, it is very easy. Okay, don't think that if you are making a complex, it's very easy. So this is the one node data.username, because here data is containing in the one node only, right? So node.username. Okay, so this is how we are, yeah, doing that. Let's quickly do a registration page as well. Okay, there is a registration page as well in this particular website. If you go here, this will click here, test register. So you need to enter username, you need to enter your password 2 times, and then click on the register. Once it is successfully registered, it will redirect back to the login page and some success message will appear. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So fine. So what we are doing here, see, this time we are going to read the data from the TC002. Let's see what is there in the TC002. So nothing but a username and a password. Okay, so it has to be unique. Okay, so because you are creating a new register, right? So this username has to be fresh. Okay, otherwise, the existing user error will come. So right now I'm using this particular, but I will suggest not to use this one in your case. In real production case, I'm telling you what you can do. You can fetch the username as usual like this, and you try to append some, some character like random. You can generate some random numbers using the, there is a util math.random kind of thing is there. You can utilize or anything which is ever whatever available in the JavaScript to generate a random number and append that particular random number in front of the username, and then use that username. Okay, so otherwise then you don't have to go into the JSON every time and change the name. Okay, this is what you can experiment to yourself. So what we are doing, we are initializing everything. This is absolutely same every time. We are reading the username, password. We open the home page URL, will verify the home page whether it is correct or not. After that, we'll go to the register page. In the register page, we will verify whether the register page has been opened or not. And after that, what we are going to, we will hit this particular method, register new. What we are doing here, username and password are coming. Don't forget the await. Okay, never forget this await. Await this dot username dot fill. We are going to fill username, we are going to fill the password, we are going to fill the confirm password again, and then after that we are going to click on the submit button. Click, that's it. Registration will be done in a seconds. Okay, so verify new registration message. So this is what we are going to verify, and as I have written, user redirect to the login page. So this verification should not be present in the register page. Okay, because this verification is not the part of the registration page. This concept is very important to understand. I will again try to explain. Like this is a register page. You can see the URL slash register. But once you do some registration, once you click on the register page, redirect back to the login page. Let's go to the login page. Okay, so this URL opens up once you click on the register, and here some message appear here that okay, your registration is successful. Let's go and try to log in, and after that you can do login from this page. So this is the flow, which makes sense also, right? So that verification part, whatever the message is appearing here in this page. And what is this page? This is the page of login. So that's why I explained you last time also, but I will again explain. This is the login page. Verify, so you can see login page new.js. So this verification is here, right, in this particular page, login page, not in the registration page. Okay, so fine, so let's try to go and run this particular case. This is the command, paste. So you can see complete JSON has been, so okay, cool, very fast. All fields are required, fine. Seems we have already used. This is the error which I am talking about. Let me do one thing. Let me close. Let me change the new user 29. This is what I'm talking about. Don't do this practice which I'm doing right now. Okay, this is a hard coding way. Never use it. Let me rerun the test case again. Okay, let's do the. Okay, so let's wait. There are two test cases I think now. So better to you know uh, comment this particular case so that there will be no confusion unnecessary otherwise. Yeah, now there is only one test cases, one window should open and we can actually track it properly. What's going on? Okay, here is the website. Okay, you logged in into a secure, so it's so fast. It's done the registration within 1 second, and the login page opens at that last. So this is what I'm talking about. So this test case has been passed. And what else? In the last one, there is nothing actually to show in the last. Why I have added, just to show you in case you have a hierarchical test data, how you can fetch. So basically TC003 zip code. I want to fetch the zip code which is present inside a JSON. There's another JSON with some key here. So this is way. So how it's very easy, like test data.tc003 address.zip, test data tc003.address.zip. It will get printed. Okay, you try to run yourself. It's so easy. Okay, so we can quickly run also just to show you. No problem. Let's see. So we are not opening any website or anything. We are just simply printing out the thing. So here what we are printing, let me see, where is that? This one. So test data 103 and 28001. This is what we want to print. Okay, and at the end we are printing the complete test data. So we don't need this basically because the output is not very clear. So let's rerun the test cases. The output will be much clearer. We are just simply printing all the test data, okay, which is not required as of now. So you can see 103 and 28001. So 103 and 28001, this has been printed. Okay, so basically you can make any kind of complex JSON and you can easily access the element within that. Okay, so basically now we have seen the login page, we have seen the home page, search page, we have seen the registration page, and now uh, we are going to see the tagging. Okay, how we can run our test cases using the tags, because tags are very important. Once your test cases reaches a particular benchmark, some number of test cases, now you need to run them according to the sanity, regression, end-to-end kind of things, right? So this way you can uh, put the tagging like in Cucumber we used to do, right? So similarly we can tag our test cases in TestNG also. So basically everywhere this feature is mandatory. Without that you cannot have your framework. So we will see that, and we will also see how we can pass our URL, base URL from the CMD. Okay, because right now we are using the hard-coded version of the method, right? You remember we are using the hard-coded where we are using this particular method, home open home page. Okay, and home page is like base open base URL. This is hard-coded, so we don't want to use. We want to go with the configuration and the CMD. This is what we are going to use it. Okay, so